Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was alerted that Zav Girl posted an apology. And if you didn't watch the last video I uploaded, I'll give you the cliff notes. YouTuber decided it would be a great idea to put pictures of a dead body of a little boy who was murdered by his stepmom on Patreon for people to see, and her reasoning was because she's somebody trying to get the intricate details and the scientific narratives around it, because you can't do that unless you show pictures of a boy's dead body.
What about them being shown in the courtroom during the trial?
Oh my
How many
God!
channels, the coverage that I was going to do. I can see how in what I wrote, it does sound, if you don't know me.
Oh, if I don't know you,
how
huh?
it does sound like I could be selling photographs.
Oh.
And that could not be further from the case.
Okay. You're not selling photographs. She's not selling photographs.
I chose to do it on Patreon.
You selling photographs!
Because
and this woman, after realizing and trying to argue it down why what she was doing made sense because she's a hard-working YouTuber, you wouldn't believe it, but she apologized, and it's a crock of shit.
Listening to this, then you likely know about the last few days.
Yes.
I apologize to everyone I've hurt, but especially Cannon's family.
Yes.
I've been doing some major soul searching and reflecting.
No, you don't have to enter soul search. Like, you were somebody defending this to the death. You were saying, well, I understand, and I appreciate people being respectful about it. You have to understand, there's a scientific way to go about these things, and I'm going to be the one who's so scientific about it.
I'm trying to define my motivations, and while I'm not looking for forgiveness or trying to make excuses, I do hope to provide additional context that has not been made clear. I have followed the Letitia Stout case closely, and it was actually during the trial that I made the official records request. And it was in El Paso County, Colorado.
Okay.
I requested all the video, audio, and written records.
Okay.
I made no request for autopsy photos.
You do realize once you file submission for information, you're going to get all that information. And you see how you just caught yourself when you said you didn't request that, but you got it anyway, and yet you still decided to put it behind a paywall. You see how you just walked yourself into a wall? Just that easy.
I chose to put the video on Patreon because of the sensitive nature of the evidence.
You chose to put it behind a paywall because you wanted some money and you wanted to have scientific discussions about it that no one else could possibly have because you are somebody who is understanding of the scientific nature of the world today.
Putting the evidence behind a paywall meant added security. And I naively
It means making money is what you actually mean.
thought they wouldn't be made public. The video I created with a voice from the coroner wasn't meant to be shared outside of Patreon. And I chose not to put the photos on YouTube, a public forum, where the views would have allowed me to make more money and the photos would be seen by more people. Because the video was placed behind a paywall, rumors about the images not being blurred or being different than what was shown in trial started to surface. No photos shows genitalia. I have made no jokes about the photos.
So cool, we got that. There's no genitalia, there's no jokes. Did you show the body uncensored?
I don't even cuss on my channel, and I would never allow derogatory remarks about it.
Did you show the body uncensored?
I realized my intentions were not communicated well. My channel style is sort of me hanging out with friends and speaking off the cuff.
I don't
and
care.
I did not articulate my reasons or think my decision through. Those who have supported me and followed my channel and to the true crime community, I'm sorry I let you down.
Oh, boo.
Cannot imagine the pain Gannon's family has gone through.
I can, because the dad said it about you.
It is re-traumatizing. It's hard to, we just finished the trial just over 2 months ago, Brian, and now we're having to kind of relive some of this stuff and not being able to put it behind us. The word I use to describe it is evil, Brian. In my opinion, it's just evil. Like, the world got enough information from the trial to have every discussion they want to have. Why do we need to go have a freedom of information request and pay for this kind of information and then dishonor my son by putting these photos out there like that? I mean, the world got to see it. I don't know how well you followed it, but the only day I chose not to come to the trial was the day that they showed the autopsy photos. Now I feel like I can't even go on YouTube without the possibility of accidentally coming across these photos.
For anybody who chooses to see that apology and defend this woman and speak kindly to her and negative towards anyone like me who had an obvious problem with what she was doing, let me ask you a genuine question. What is the purpose of showing a child's dead body for $3 or more behind a paywall for scientific narrative understanding and thought-provoking discussion with anything in regards to understanding that a case which has already been solved because the stepmom was found guilty and is in jail on all counts? What thought-provoking discussion could you possibly have from that? I'll let you know. None. Because even if you wanted to be somebody who talks about old court cases and old unsolved mysteries or even solved mysteries, you can do that without showing bodies that are dead. You can put up stock photos. You can even do some little weird drawing so that you could have some layer of reference if you want to be someone who's that animated about it. Or you can just not do that out of respect for the family. Oh, but I apologize to the family. You apologizing because you got caught. You got exposed. And even when you got exposed, you was defending your actions. You was trying to paint it as, well, I didn't show any genitalia, so I don't know where that came from. Oh, well, I asked for these specific things and I only wanted those specific things. And I just so happened to get those photos in the mail also. And you still decided to broadcast that for $3 behind a Patreon paywall. I'm sorry, but to anybody who's a fan of Zav Girl or that other woman who's running around fighting tooth and nail to defend herself and she's failing miserably, I would just like to say, pump the brakes and go watch other people who know how to do this and actually have a little bit of decency for the families of individuals who've lost family members at the hands of cold-blooded killers. Nothing in those 3 minutes seemed like it was out of genuine concern and disappointment in oneself. It sounded like somebody who was comfortable with doing all of this until it became something that people saw on a national scale and negatively affected your bottom line, because I noticed you are somebody that had 92,000 subscribers, and to my calculations, you've lost damn near 4,000. So I can understand that it's an honest conversation and you work hard as a YouTuber and you are so disappointed in yourself, but I don't buy that bullshit because you're somebody who was comfortable with this until you got called out and it started negatively affecting you. So ladies and gentlemen, subscribe to the channel if you like somebody who talks about things and doesn't show dead kids' bodies or dead adults' bodies or any dead bodies. Because around here in this weird little sector of YouTube, we just talk about stupid shit and laugh at stupid people like Zav Girl because it's oh so funny and we have a good time. I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.